Welcome to this edition of Discover Rocky Mount. I'm your host, Grant Robertson. Now, this week we're on location at the Rocky Mount Event Center, and I'm honored to have Ashley Pittman with us today to talk more about the Event Center. Welcome to the show, Ashley.
Thank you, Grant. Thanks for having me.
So there's a lot of things going on here, and anybody that drives by probably are only getting a snapshot of what actually is going on the inside. Can you describe what we're seeing right now and about the Event Center?
So right now we're in our field house. Total, it's 75,000 square feet. We have 8 basketball courts and it converts into 16 volleyball courts. And here we can host various kinds of sports tournaments: volleyball, basketball, cheer and gymnastics, dance, pickleball. Just about any kind of indoor sporting we can accommodate here. We also host on half of our field house. We host concerts, we do corporate meetings inside. We also have a championship floor that goes down inside where we've hosted the Harlem Globetrotters and high school and college basketball teams as well.
Right. And besides this big field house, what if you have a smaller event? Is there other pieces to the puzzle?
Of course. So we do have smaller rooms, our banquet rooms that we have. Our Nash room is located upstairs. That breaks into 4 smaller rooms. You can do birthday parties, celebrations, anniversary dinners, baby showers, weddings, receptions, corporate meetings, trainings, in either or of our banquet rooms. And then we also have our Edgecombe room, which is downstairs as well. And that breaks into 6 smaller rooms. In addition to that, we do have our game day, adventure, and arcade here. That's where we do birthday parties for kids. We have had corporations do team buildings inside of there. People have done their social hours in there as well. And it has aerial ropes course, over 20 theme climbing walls, arcade games, and a Velocity soft play area too as well.
So this is a multifaceted. When you say events, you're talking a multitude of...
Yes, we can host a lot of events, and sometimes we host them all at the same time.
Wow.
So we'll have a tournament going on inside of our field house. We'll have a birthday party going on in game day, and then we'll have events going on in our Nash and Edgecombe room all at the same time.
So tell me, diving into the sporting events, what kind of tournaments are you hosting? What kind of big things are you seeing annually here in the field house?
So we host a lot of volleyball tournaments, and they bring a lot of, when I say a lot, they bring a lot of travelers with them, a lot of family members. So for example, we've hosted one of our biggest tournaments, 138 volleyball teams before. We've also seen 132, 128 volleyball teams that come through, and that brings a lot of traffic to downtown Rocky Mount. So we're seeing between 3,500 to 4,000 people here staying in Rocky Mount for the weekend and shopping in our retail stores, eating at our restaurants, and just spending money in our community.
Right, and this event center really speaks to the center of it all. This is downtown Rocky Mount. Really helps drive traffic here, and of course it spreads out into the community.
Yes.
Can you speak to where people are traveling from?
So we've seen teams and families travel as far as Puerto Rico. We've had teams come from Washington State. We've seen them come from Chicago. We've seen them come from Florida, Tennessee, Maine, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, DC, South Carolina. They come all over, Indiana. So we're not just seeing people here from within the country, they also coming out of the country as well to visit.
Wow. And are the events just for those participating in them, or is this something that the public can come and take part in and watch?
So our tournaments are open to the public. They are more than welcome to come in and watch and enjoy. Our game day is open during tournaments too, and that is open to the public as well during tournaments too.
Is that a ticketed event? Or?
Yes, it is a ticketed event that the tournament directors do. They set the price and the amount that will be utilized to pay to get into the tournament.
So going back to maybe the smaller events, what is the procedure for renting the facility for a wedding reception, for example, or another function? What's the process?
So what they would do is they would reach out to our catering and sales person for renting our banquet rooms. For our field house, we do have an event sales coordinator, Kior, who you could reach out to and email and call, and Callie, she runs our catering department as well.
And you speak of catering, and I've had the honor to be at multitude of events here. So naturally for the sporting, you have the kind of the typical atmosphere for the sporting events, but tell me about the diversity that you have from going right up to get that hot dog all the way down to having a wedding. Tell me about the complexities that you have.
So for our sporting events, we'll have the concessions open. And so it's a full concessions. You can get healthy options such as salads, you can get wraps, you can get vegan options. Then we have hot dogs, chicken wings, Philly cheesesteaks, egg rolls, ice cream, snacks, smoothies. We even have a full bar open for the parents that are here as well, mimosas for the moms. And then when we have our catering events, we have our own in-house catering. So we have a full kitchen where we can do plated meals, we can do heavy hors d'oeuvres, we can do a buffet, we can do all sorts of kind, and we can customize your menu just like you like it.
Yeah, very good. And the chefs are top notch. I mean, a hot dog is great, but when I get that catered event, I mean, just the atmosphere that y'all provide at those meals is fantastic.
Thank you.
So you're complex. You got a lot of things going on throughout the year. What's the best way to stay up with that?
So the best way to stay up with us and to connect with us is we have our social media, Instagram, Facebook. You can also sign up for our e-newsletter. We keep everybody updated on all the great things we have happening and even recapping of some of the events that we have here as well.
Very cool. One big event that has really kind of taken off is I hear about these date nights.
Yes.
Can you kind of give a description? Because I know you're on part something of the date nights. What do we have going on there?
So we have a series of date nights that we've started. We are currently on the fourth one. So our first one was a comedy one. Our second one was a New Orleans theme. Our third one was a jazz one. And now our fourth one is a Latin theme. And we are excited. You're going to see live music. You get food. You have cocktails, all different kinds of things that you can expect. Dance, have a good time. It's a great night, not only for date nights, but it's also a great time for friends to go out, co-workers to come out together, or something you can do solo.
Gotcha. Now, one thing I want to talk about is we got all this going on at the event center. What does that economic impact look like to the area?
So last year, 2024, we had an economic impact of over 26 million. And just currently for the first 2 months of 2025, we're over $5 million already.
So you're really seeing an impact, not only just to the amount of people that we bring in, but what it means to this community.
Exactly. Like having those tournaments, people come in and they're staying not just one night, but 2 nights and staying in our hotels and spending money. It's really showing in our community.
And the last thing I meant to ask you is, how big is this area we're in right now?
So our field house is a total of 75,000 square feet.
Wow, very impressive. Well, I'd like to thank you for your time today, really telling our community all you have to offer here at the Event Center and really that impact to our community. So thank you. Well, I'd like to thank Ashley for joining us today to talk about the Rocky Mount Event Center and helping us to discover what is happening in Rocky Mount.